You have your backcourt tonight? You have Eric and Kevin Durant?
Oh.
What? You're asking me?
I am asking you.
I have not gotten an update.
Not gotten an update?
No. I'll reach out right now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get an update on that for you. Apologize.
So it sounds like there's something more substantial coming, which would indicate they're not playing basketball team.
Possibility. I should have checked before I came out here.
So how different do you think this team offense is when Kevin Porter Jr. is not in the game? It seemed like the game on Friday, you guys were in and up all the way up until KPJ went out.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a big difference. He has control over what's going on the floor. He's starting to make reads. He's starting to get more comfortable with his teammates. His teammates are starting to get more comfortable with him. So yeah, there's a big difference. When we have Eric on the floor, it's just different, but, we still shouldn't have fell off a cliff like we did last game without him. Still no response. Would it be better for me to go find out and then come back? All right.
Coach, you've been in the league a long time. How do you keep players who hear their names in trade rumors and things like that on your team? How do you keep them to stay positive and stay away from the social media and things like that?
Yeah, so I don't really address it very much, but I do address the distractions. I discuss distractions borderline every day. So whether it's a trade or a referee or someone who thinks that you should be playing more than you are or whatever, it is our job as a staff, as a coaching staff, as a management team to make sure that everybody is pointed in the direction of these are the things that you can control. And I know that there's other stuff out there and rumors, and there's always rumors and false narratives going on around, but really focusing on what you can control, it makes everybody's job easier. It makes your job easier. It makes my job easier. And then whatever happens, you adapt to that.
Is Josh Christopher reading defenses better?
Yeah, he is. It seems like it's slowing down a little bit better for him. He's having more ball handling duties, and we're slowly but surely expanding the plays that he can run when he has the ball. I had one play that I would make him run when he had the ball, but slowly but surely he's starting to understand other aspects of NBA offense. And then when he's out there with Alperen, there's always the option of giving it to Alperen and letting him be the playmaker, and then let Josh, come off a handoff or a screen and then come off. So yeah, he's getting more comfortable, just like I think the rest of our guys are.
You've been able to use Wood and Alpy together these last couple of games. Do you look at these next two games as a chance to really maximize those minutes and then have Valanciunas on the other side?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to continue to play those guys together and see what it looks like, see how it works. But yeah, I would like both of them to play quite a bit. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, Eric is not available, and and Kevin is game time decision. They're both at shoot around today. But yeah, Eric is not available. He has a foot.
Go ahead, John.
Was he struggling with it? I mean, shoot around isn't the most energetic thing, but was it an issue this morning with it?
No, I think it was, he woke up with it. After the game, it was bothering him a little bit. Yesterday, he got treatment on it. And then this morning, we were hoping that it would feel better, and it doesn't feel any better. So,
But you mentioned Alperen earlier, but with him working with Hakeem, it seems like he's gotten a little bit more aggressive. Was that something that he talked to him about?
I wasn't there, so that's probably a better question for Alpi, but Alpi and his aggressiveness is never really a problem. But it seems like lately he's really been finding the balance between going and using all of those gifts that he has to score in the post, but also using his passing ability. He made a great pass from the post to the corner. If it was the last game to Jalen for a three. So, he's going to be aggressive when he catches it in the low post for sure. And it's the reading the defense, and he is attracting more attention. He's on the scouting report of the opposing team. Are we going to double team him? Are we going to play him straight? And then for him, it's making those reads, and having someone like Hakeem teaching you is like, unbelievable. It's one of the great things. I think I said this a few days ago. It's one of the great things of being a Houston Rocket, where you have so many people who are willing to help, especially guys like him and Rudy T and Calvin Murphy and, all of the Hall of Fame guys, Clyde Drexler, all the Hall of Fame guys that we have are in the building from time to time. It's great.
How do you go about defending someone like Brandon Ingram, who can basically shoot over the top of somebody you know he's not open?
Yeah, it's tough. You have to do your work early. You have to make his catches hard, and then try to take up his airspace and do your best. But he's a hard guy to guard because of his length, and then once he gets it up to about here, it goes even higher, and it's hard to get to it. So the best way to do it is not let him get it, and do your work early enough to where he's not catching it on his spot. Maybe he's catching it a little bit further out.
Jalen Green consistently talks about wanting to be a good defender, and you've highlighted before how good you think he can be on that end of the floor when he starts to anticipate things a little bit better, gets more comfortable reading what opposing offenses are trying to do. Are you starting to see some of that on a nightly basis from him?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, he is locked into the guys he's guarding. He is chasing. He is making himself small and getting through, pursuing. That was one thing early in the season. When he would get screened, he would kind of stop, but now you're seeing him either avoid the screen, or if he does get screened, still pursuing and using. I mean, he has so many athletic gifts as far as his quickness and, his stop to starts. He is getting better at, it's funny today when we were going through the walkthrough, he was in the right spot like every single time. And that's progress, and that's growth, and that's attention to detail, and that's watching a lot of film, but it's also going through it on the floor. So he is really, really improving on that end of the floor for sure.
When Josh has played, you've generally kept him with Eric, I think, and with Eric not available. You throw Josh in deep end and say, here's the ball, and see if he's ready for that?
Most likely, yeah.
You think he's ready for that?
About to find out. No, I do. I think last game he showed some times where he had the ball most of the time. Eric was just kind of like letting him have it, and Eric was going down to the corner, and we'd set pin downs for Eric, and he was coming off, and they were kind of playing off of each other. So yeah, I do think he's ready for some minutes at the point, strictly at the point, as long as we have another guy on the floor with him. Another guy would be Alpi, who can make plays, or JT, who can make plays as well.
Is that, you've done that in the past when guards have been out, have Jayshon leave the game earlier to come back when the bench was set.
Yeah.
You deal with it?
Yeah. When we need a ball handler, he is the third guy that can go with one of those other guys to at least get the ball on the floor, get us organized. And he has a small handful of plays that he runs when he has the ball and he's the point.